Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the start of update 3 of the Academy M10 Duckbill, obviously with a diorama to follow with the western wall. So where we left off last time was basically this thing was together like as such, but so what I've actually done now is I've actually got a lot of these things finished now. You can see that. I'm getting there with that, has to be weathered yet, but it's getting there. It's quite a nice little MG really, considering the edge of the kit. Where are we at? Just a bit more to do on that, yeah? But I've put it on there so I know where it's at. Inside the tank, let's just move this. All the little things out of the way. I've just started doing some of the storage boxes and things like that, nothing too elaborate. That's a lot of work to do on that yet. That's nowhere near finished. The rest of the storage, I've found some more storage, some resin storage that I had, so I primed them to add to the other ones. So we have that, sorry, the arms, that, and some homemade stuff as well to add to it. So we got some, these have just been primed. We have some more backpacks. They'll hang on the turret nicely. We have a long tarp. A couple of more boxes to go with the other ones. Some small rolls. And again, they're just all ready to be. I got ready to be painted. All been primed with the grey primer, and a duffel bag as well, which looks quite nice actually. I think I paid, it's 2 years ago at Telford, I think it was about £1 for 6, so I snapped them up ages ago. So right, so that's the storage bit. The wheels are still the same as last time. I've done, here we go, wrecking the place before we go any further. Right, pop that back in there. Let's pop that up there out the way. Okay, so right, so I've also done the inner hatches. They've been done, and if you look, I've painted. Oh yeah, I've painted in the periscope, so that's all weathered. I've done them, even though I may have them closed, I don't know yet, but the option's there anyhow. I've lost one of the parts off the hinges, so I'm going to have to sort of scratch build one. Right, so we shall take this off here first. This shouldn't be fastened in at all. So what I've done with the lower hull is I've done some PE work in the lower hull, like I said I was going to do, which means I've done the straps on the let's give it a little pointy stick or something. These are PE straps. Where are we gone? Where are we? There we are. Little PE straps over the ammo. They've just got to be finished yet. There's a bit of brass on the buckle there, and same on the other side. They've just got to be finished off again, and they're quite ready, but not far off. So that's all I've done internally on that. Right, let's go with the turret. We'll start off with the lower turret, which I decided to use the well, I'll show you them, the brass ones individually that I had before we go any further. So I've painted them with like a black green, and I've glossed the ends as well. I would like to send in decals, but I'm going to have to add them at a later date, I think. So I've got 6 of those all ready to go, and if you look onto the back wall of the lower hull, they're all PE, they're strapped there for the ammo to rest on, and I've got the straps to go along the ammo as well. They were so difficult to do, to bend and twist, and so delicate. So I managed to get there in the end with them. and I've chipped, you can see a bit of chipping as well in the inside of there. I've put the other seat on, minus the injection marks. Let me see, let's bring it away maybe. That's better. Minus the injection marks, that's better. You can see a bit of weather in there. Just chipping and things like that, and scratches. But I've had a few scratches yet. Again. And a bit of, you see, it's like glint of the metallizer, which I've gone around the nuts, the bolts on the bottom of the turret, and also onto the teeth as well, which are going to take a bit more, yeah, all the way around. But you can see it now, but I've got to just get a little bit more on there. I'll probably use the pencil to finish that off. So that's the lower part of the hull, so the lower part of the turret. These need to be all washed yet with the wash. I'll let it down again and do what I did last time, which is the AK-093. Let it down slightly because it's quite thick. Right, for the top of the hull, again, we've done a lot of PE work in the hull, and so in the turret again, all these boxes are all PE, and I've done the straps in there again. I've done a bit of chipping again. I've had to cut the ammunition out. It was just with blocks, so that's a PE part at the back, see. So I've had to cut the ammunition for the 50 cal. I've trimmed it down, so they're going to be weathered a bit bright, yeah. Handles are, they're not PE obviously. On the other side again, we have more boxes. Again, they're all PE, apart from the last two on the top of each other. And if you look inside, that's a bit better. There we go, you can see better now. See, they're all chipped, all that as well. That's all chipped. Again, this has got to be done with the we're getting there, we're getting there. I forgot to show that bit, didn't I? Easy in by the turret. It's like it's for the for another fire extinguisher, which I've got to put in there yet, which I haven't finished painting. So that's got to go in there. And the breech, I've just started to weather the breech as well. That has to be weathered. We're getting there. Needs a bit of a wash and a bits and pieces yet, a bit more chipping. But yeah, the breech block needs a bit more metallizer, just to wear and tear. Obviously, with the shells going in and out, they will need done. So basically it's ready to go, apart from just the little tweaks at the end. So then I can start doing the priming, the paint, the base coat onto the upper hull and lower hull. I mask it off obviously, but it's coming together. It's coming together slowly, but it's coming together. So I think that's where we are, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, sorry, there's the shells. They're all just on some sniper tape that my son gave me, and these are the belts are on there primed. They've got to be taken off there and made up to go for the shells to go along the side, but that'll be done after I've done the weathering on the inside, finish the weathering off on the inside with the washes. So I think that's where we are to start off that. So what I'll do now is I'll just go away, finish the washes off, come back, show you the washes and the rest of the weathering on the breech. Also, sorry, I've also done the gun as well, primed the gun up. That's really nice. I do like this AK stuff, I must admit. It's really nice. Obviously I've got to do something with the end yet, blacken that off, but generally speaking the actual paint is very nice, and it goes on quite well. It works a bit like Tamiya, a bit slightly thicker than Tamiya, but it goes on just as nice. So we shall catch you very soon once I've done all these little bits and bobs and put it together, ready for priming, and then I'll get back to you. So Greg signing off, and we'll catch you very soon. Right, we're back again. Let's go through everything I've done. I think I said from the last video what I was going to do up until the starting of the painting. So here we are. all the internals is now complete. This is not fastened. This isn't a thing in at the moment. That's not ready to go. I put this. See, I put the air on with the guitar wire. I've let's move it on there. Let's put that out of the way completely. With the sandbags, there was a little gap. I've just seen a little gap there. I may have to fill a bit more in before I spray it. I've just gone round the edges with a bit of the Vallejo putty, whatever it's called. Where have I put it now? Yeah. Just with the Vallejo plastic putty. I'm just going to put just seeing a little gap there. That obviously it's shrunk as it's dried. And a little bit there, which is difficult to get at. No wonder I missed it. There we go. Good stuff. I recommend that. I really recommend using the it's water soluble. You just get a cocktail stick, a earbud, dampen it slightly, and you can just wipe away the excess. As easy as that, and then you wipe away what you've just put on. Never mind. Let it set up a little bit longer. There we go. Yeah, so that's this is firmly fastened onto the upper hull. The lower hull isn't attached to the bottom hull either, he says. And it wasn't. That's it there. So that's just in case I decide to change, you know, and do the fully displayed eventually. So that's okay. The internal, I'll take the turret off, is 99% finished. Let's find the bloody. There we go. Must make that side there. This is 99% finished on the inside. Yeah, I've just got to put a few pigments and that in there now, just to make it a little bit weathered. I did the actual, the brass shells. I did do the individual brass shells in the end. I made the straps from PE as well. Not brilliant, but a lot better than just the plastic ones. And then, I say I just need slightly dulling down slightly in there. That's been sprayed with the matte varnish, apart from the shells, obviously. And the breech has been metallised a little bit. There's a few marks there, scratches here and there. I think it might just need a little bit more. The machine gun isn't fastened, isn't glued. It's just mounted there, so I know where it was at. I had to add the handle on the bottom. I had to add that because it wasn't on with the kit. I cannibalised another one to get it, but the actual kit, let me just see if I can get close detail, isn't too bad, really not too bad at all. So that just needs finishing off as well. So that's the internal stuff all done on the in there. So we're moving in the right direction now. The tow rope is getting there. That's not quite finished yet, but you can't really see it in this light. This is the stuff that Alex from Alex's Modelling gave me. I don't think he has a YouTube page or a Facebook page, but it's on the Hangout with us whenever I get back to it. But he sent us this to try out as the cabling. So I'll give it a go, and it seems to be nice. Seems to have a nice detail on it. The only thing is it's just slightly too well, not flat, but it's fine. You know, because time you get it on, you're not going to notice that. So that's that almost finished. That's just got to be slightly weathered with a few pigments. Oops. We've done all the spraying of the wheels and the. This is the first coat of the. Let's just turn this around here now. Of the AK real paint. Oh, went down really nice. There we are, it's better. So that's okay. And the wheels, they're all been, I've done all the wheels, they're all done as well. There we are, let's get a better light there. They're done. Just need weathering, they need chipping slightly yet, which is next on the agenda. So they're all done. They're doing the wheels. They're the earlier type wheels, I believe. We started doing the weathering and making the wood. That's not quite finished yet. These are just random bits of out of my spares box, just to build a little bit of storage on the back. Just where we're getting there with them. Same with all the storage. The rest of the storage, we've got the tarps. They're all ready just to be weathered. Duffel bag, again, this needs to be weathered. Some more bags which need to be weathered again, some more things to go around the edge of the turret. With the other two I've already got that came with the kit. A few selection of boxes and some small rolls as well, which have got to be weathered here. There's a few boxes on there. So that's them. I should just pop that up there at the moment, out the way. And I've actually, I need to show you the one sprue because they're the same. There's this sprue and there's another sprue actually. I've actually, I'm going to put them together. These bogies I'm going to put together separately. And I've painted, I can scrape the paint off the back of them when I reach the contact. So they're all at the first coat of the allied green, the olive green. No, it isn't, olive drab. So they've had the first coat. All them on there. So there's two of them like that, and obviously the other part of the running gear as well. There we go. So I'll be building them shortly. I'll just weather the wheels, and I'm probably going to do the allied again, the olive drab fading as well on parts of these as part of the weathering process for them, I think, because it's not going to be too dusty or muddy. I don't think with what I'm going to put it on. It won't be too muddy at all, so you will see quite a bit of detail. That's just a spare wheel. So there's that. That's all them done. And I've done the track browsers actually on here as well. They've been painted the black, and then I've just sort of, the camera can pick it up, just sort of gone along with the metallizing powder and just got that sort of metal look. But obviously these are going to be weathered as well, but I'll do them all not actually on the tank towards the end. These will go on, and the same on the rear again. You can just, you know, you're not going to see the rear, but you can see what I've done with them. And I think that's all, apart from the, obviously I've got those, showed you those last time. They've got to go on to the periscopes. So I think that's it. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go away, I'm going to set up the airbrush, and we'll go for the spraying off. I'll mask things off first, and we'll go ahead and do the spraying of the hull on the turret. So I'll just get everything sorted out, and we'll be back very, very soon. Right, back again. We're all masked up and ready to go. So I've got the AK olive drab, where we are, the AK True Colours olive drab in there. There we are. Come back a little bit. Number 9, number 22. So obviously number 9 is olive, 22 is drab, I presume. So they've mixed both together in the air gun, just a normal chibi air gun from China or wherever. So let's put the compressor on, and away we go. So we start off at the top. I better put the pressure on. There we go. You see from the, can't really see camera such. Just want to thin, not too heavy. And from this side be better for the stick around there. Right, let's start in the back. Can you see the back? Right, here we go. It goes down really, really nicely. As you can see, it's just a nice thin layer. Put down much over the sides there. And now the front. And then we'll go along the sides. Bits in there. A little bit darker in there because the sun won't get so much into them bits. Right, on the other side. This white covered again. Right, so we can carry on this back. Let's just keep that bit of area down at the bottom. Right, the rear, you see the rear? Obviously got pioneer tools to go on here. So that's an awkward angle. We'll just get to the bottom of it. From there, nobody's gonna see. Right. Go along the sides. Right, I'll carry on, and when I've finished I'll get back to you. You see, it's just the basic, no different from what anybody else does. It's just a nice light coat. That's it, and you can see especially around the back, you can see the shading already. So I'll just carry on with this, and when I've done all the complete painting I'll get back to you. Right, we're back with the first coat being put on, and I have to say it went down quite nicely. Yeah, I've got a nice variation in colour. Let me just switch this to the light on so we can maybe get a bit more light. So we can see, well, slight variation in the colours. The hull, so that's the main, and then obviously we got the turret as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give it a sort of where the panels will sort of see the sun more than just a different variation in colour. Slightly, not a lot, and I'm going to use the AK Real Colours faded olive drab. So what I'll do is I'll just move these things away. Oh sorry, and you can see I got all the bogies together now. They're all ready to be done. What I did with these, I painted it all before I put it together, just scraped off the paint where I did, and I got a good result, so quite pleased with that. So let's fire up the air gun and we shall start on the upper hull with the paint. So I'll just fire her up. There we go. I've already preloaded the brush, so let me just go down there with perhaps just a slight bit on there, perhaps a little off. And down the edges and across the top. I'll get round to the side where you can see actually. We'll just bring the camera in a second. Let's see if I can swing it round from here. Not better. See if I can get an angle where I can do it. So I'm just going to just a slight colour variation. Not a lot. Very subtle. So I haven't fastened this together, this hull, so can we see where we are? My big arm in there. Let me just go along the skirts there. And again, if I can get to that angle, I'll just... You can't see, can you? Let me just... see if I can bring that in at an angle so you can see where we are. There we go. Very subtle. And on the not a lot, just I don't want to get any overspray on my hard work, so just be careful. Must admit these bogies are one of the easiest bogies I've ever seen to put together for a Sherman. They're really nice and quite simple. Don't have to worry about the backs. They're going to be fastened on. It's a little bit on the. Let me just zoom back out. We're a bit close, aren't we? There we go. So what I'll do now is I'll do the turret. There we are. Do along the tops of these turret as well. So that's going to see a bit of sun. And finally, I'll just move that out of the way. I'll put my cloth down. Got a window right open in front of me, so it's not too problem. So we're alright with this. So we'll just start along the top. You see? Just around the edges. Same again, just underneath. It's not going to get that much because I'm going to have to put a bit more darker under there, I think. A bit more of a... There's hardly out coming out of this gun. Very little. Which is what I wanted. I'm sick to death of snapping them bloody things off on the front. Sick to death of it. I left them on till last. Just going to get a bit of sun, more sun than anything else in it. On the top there. Just put just a bit there, look on the right. So let's knock that off. A bit noisy, it needs sorting out. Let me just turn that off there. So we can hear what we're doing. Right, so we've got everything there. We've got the turret done. So I'll leave it to dry. You've got the different variations in the green, which is quite nice. I do like these colours, and they're very, very matte. They do dry very, very matte. So I'm just going to go underneath the duckbills with a slightly darker olive green because obviously the sun and the overhang, you're not going to get any, going to be more shade than anything else. I should have thought about that. I should have sprayed that more black before I put the first coat on, but learn by our mistakes, as they say. Let's bring this back. So we've got all the turrets there, the turret the main gun, all the bogies, the main base is all there. This is going to be done with probably be khaki, I would have thought, and a bit of washes, and obviously these have to be painted, the wheels have to be painted black. I've got, I can't remember if I showed you or not, I'm not 100% sure, I've got a brain like a sieve at the moment. A sore throat to go with it. I've done all the track grousers to fit into the racks. I've only put one rack on, that's all I needed, I think. Obviously, and I've noticed a lot of people, in fact I've noticed on quite a few people's videos, I may be wrong, I'm not 100% sure, but if you look at somebody's builds of this, any M10, the Duckbill, any M10, on these, on the very, very bottom of the bogie there, just look at it pointing stick, on this part here, there's a round, this factor here, I've saved them. Where the hell did I put them? Yeah, here we are. These, pair of tweezers to find it. Is that them? No, that isn't it. Well, whatever it is, there's a piece of flash, or piece of where the plastic is injected into there, like a mould thing there, and I've noticed a lot of people have left them on, so I thought, well, I better check it. So I went and checked it, and I found out I was right. They aren't supposed to be on. They're just supposed to be, so that's the back as well. There's supposed to be nothing on there at all. They've left them on, so I cut them off. Thought that's where the injection's gone in on that part. So, but I won't say who's done it. But if you want to look at anybody else's build of an M10, you'll see a few people have left them on. And also, when they've put the racks on, you know, we got the bolts for the add-on applique armour. Well, when they've put this on, the racks, they didn't put the pins on the outside to rack hold it on. So all you've got there is what would be put onto the back pin, and these are the front pins. But these, a lot of people have left these off. Even on the instructions, it doesn't tell you to put them on. But I was looking at one of Steve's books that he gave me, and they definitely are on. Definitely, they're definitely fastened so that for the grousers to go on. So I've added those. So I've got the aerial, and I told you last time. So what we'll do now is leave this paint to dry. It shouldn't take too long with the weather today, is quite nice. And then what I'll do actually, there's no point in me showing you how to do a dual coat. I'll give this a dual coat. Leave it for a good 12 hours at least, 24 hours, and then we can start my favourite bit, the weathering, and then we're getting somewhere. Also, we can start thinking about actually doing the diorama, which would be good. Looking forward to building that. Obviously we've got the decals to go on as well, so I'll probably put I might even put the decals on. I usually put decals on before I do the matte coat. I never bother with gloss, and I've never had any problems with any of my decals at all. Maybe I've just been lucky. A lot of people do the gloss. Something I've never done. I probably will try it eventually, but not today. Right, so we'll leave this bit as it is. I'll come back to you after it's been dual coated, and perhaps the decals are on there, perhaps not. We shall wait and see. So we shall catch you very, very soon. This is Greg signing off. See you later, chaps.